Have you ever wondered why some individuals never seem to deal with disrespect? They aren't interrupted. Their boundaries are naturally respected, and their time is treated as a premium commodity. It's a phenomenon that makes you frustrated, because on the surface, they may not be dramatically smarter, richer, or more outwardly impressive than you. The difference lies in a deeply ingrained understanding of social psychology, a simple but potent trick most people are never taught. The harsh reality is, the reason you feel taken for granted is that you've been inadvertently conditioning people to do exactly that. Consider your own behavior. You bite your tongue when someone is rude, you always say yes, or you laugh off a slight just to keep the peace. Every time you prioritize external harmony over internal integrity, you're handing over a piece of your power. You're signaling to the world that your dignity is negotiable. The people who effortlessly command a room have simply learned how to stop this subtle, self-sabotaging pattern. They've grasped an ancient, practical truth about human nature. You get the behavior you tolerate, not the behavior you wish for. The truth that will likely make you angry is this: your desperate desire to be liked is the very thing making you weak. Every person who has ever walked all over you sensed your underlying need for their approval more than they needed yours. This craving for validation broadcasts desperation, and desperation is the quickest way to repel genuine respect. When being liked becomes your primary goal, you become utterly predictable. People know you'll acquiesce, they know you'll forgive, and they know you'll prioritize their comfort over your own integrity. This predictability makes you easily disposable. Think about the people you truly admire. Are they the ones constantly performing for your applause, or are they the ones who seem perfectly content and self-contained without it? We are instinctively drawn to what is elusive and dismissive of what comes too easily. Machiavelli captured this essence centuries ago when he noted that if one cannot be both loved and feared, it is far safer to be feared, not in the sense of terror, but in the sense of consequence. The need to please is a psychological cage, and every attempt to earn approval is a tightening of the bars. Authentic respect is built on a single, unyielding pillar: consequence. When individuals understand that crossing you comes at a definite cost, loss of access, loss of cooperation, loss of your presence, they think twice before they act. This is the dark, working mechanism of respect. It's not about being aggressive. It's about making your boundaries real, measurable, and enforced. When someone disrespects you and you do absolutely nothing, you've essentially given them a green light. You've taught them, free of charge, that your disrespect is a tolerable behavior. The nicest, most agreeable individuals often get the worst treatment because they have trained their social circle that bad behavior is entirely safe. They are safe to disrespect. To flip this script, you must replace the habit of begging for approval with the discipline of demanding respect. Respect isn't something people give you. It's something you take by simply refusing to accept anything less. This refusal is the core of your power. When your time, energy, and attention are treated as highly valuable, non-renewable resources, you stop attracting takers and start attracting peers. Let's address the uncomfortable truth. Your need for external approval operates much like an addiction. A compliment or a like triggers a dopamine hit, creating a cycle where you're constantly chasing the next fix of validation. Shrewd manipulators recognize this chemical vulnerability. They use calculated praise, "You're so generous," to get you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, effectively controlling your behavior with emotional scraps. If your self-worth depends on another person's opinion, you've effectively handed them the remote control to your emotional state and your decision-making process. The truly powerful, the individuals who are confident and respected, have become psychologically bulletproof. You can't manipulate someone with compliments if they don't need compliments. You can't control them with the threat of disapproval if they are comfortable with being misunderstood. When you free yourself from this addiction, your decisions become crystal clear. You stop asking, "What will make others happy?" and start asking, "What is best for me?" The authentic self, unmasked and unafraid of criticism, is infinitely more respected than any people-pleasing persona. To operationalize this shift from people pleaser to respected figure, you must integrate tactical changes into your daily interactions. These principles aren't about being cruel. They're about being strategically effective and guarding your personal power. They're the rules that transform you from a pawn into a key player. First, practice strategic scarcity and silence. Stop making yourself endlessly available and stop feeling the need to explain every choice you make. When you talk less and act more, your words carry weight and your actions become impactful. Don't defend your decisions to people who don't deserve an explanation. Your selective presence makes your actual presence more valuable. Furthermore, cultivate emotional coldness under attack. When someone tries to provoke you or push your buttons, maintain complete calm. If they elicit an emotional reaction, anger, defensiveness, they win. They've proven they control you. Respond with indifference or slight amusement, and you demonstrate that you are untouchable. Second, embrace unpredictability and swift consequence. Predictable people are easily manipulated because their reactions are known. Occasionally being generous and occasionally being distant keeps others off balance and forces them to respect your autonomy. More importantly, when a boundary is crossed, your response must be swift and silent. Don't issue multiple warnings or engage in long debates. Implement the consequence immediately and move on. This teaches everyone around you that your respect is non-negotiable and that your words carry weight. By consistently enacting these rules, you move from a position of begging for acceptance to one of automatic deference.